When I bought the Swamp Duck in 2018, not knowing anything about boating, one of the things that worried me the most was what happens if you break down, because you could be miles from anywhere, literally in the middle of nothing. And so from the get-go I did some research and came across an organisation called River Canal Rescue. Welcome to the boating adventure. And so from November 2018 I took out their gold membership, which has been brilliant over the years. They've serviced the engine for me each time they come along, and they fetch the engine and take it to LR Harris on the River Soar and that kind of thing. And they also came out to us when we did in fact break down. So although it's one of those things that it's a bit like an insurance policy, you don't really want to keep paying it, but it's something that is very necessary. The River Canal Rescue have been on the go for 25 years, and I had an invitation sent to me the other day to come to their 25th year anniversary open day. And so we've come to that. We've come to Stafford. We're here in this field where it's been raining on and off. It's not very good weather, but I decided that in view of the fact that River Canal Rescue will come out all weathers to come and help you out, it was only right that I should make the effort today to come and see what's going on their open day. So there are lots of different organisations here and bits and bobs, so we're going to have a look round, and so come and join us.
RCR, we're like the AA of the canal boat world. We've got engineers stationed all over the country, and we cover all the inland waterways. And we've got a whole bunch of experience, from floating sunken boats to rebuilding engines to fitting new engines. There's really not much on the canal boats that we can't do.
This is the Staffs and Worcester Canal that we're at the side of today, and on one side we've got the field where we've got the anniversary celebrations going on, and on the other side of the canal here we've got the River Canal Rescue headquarters. Okay, so as part of the celebrations there are one or two roving traders here. There's a cheese boat which is strictly out of bounds at the moment. Cheese is off my menu. At this point on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, we come across the remains of this bridge, which is the remains of the link to the River Sow, and it's this that the Staffordshire Riverway link group are trying to restore. So they're restoring the waterway that will take you into Stafford. And they're building a new basin here with a little marina for a few boats, and then that will give them the money from the income to carry on the journey into the centre of Stafford. That's the idea. So it's just adding a little bit more to the canal network. Here's an old photograph of that bridge as it used to be. This is what they're hoping to restore. It won't be quite like that. and this is at number 4 on the map. And then there will be the little marina that we'll look at, and then a little waterway link to a lock, and then on to the river Sow. And along the river Sow to the end there will be another canal basin recreated from one that was filled in the 1920s. There is an Asda en route, so I can see this being a popular waterway. So this is that canal basin which is well under construction. The materials for this have been donated by various companies. On this stand there are lots of photographs and bits of information about the progress of the work that's been undertaken here. And this is a model of that marina basin which will be created. So I think this is going to be a real asset to the canal network. Okay, so from a rather soggy field, this is the River Canal Rescue 25th anniversary celebrations. Well, a very good day to you. It is Wednesday, the 11th of June 2025, and we've now come up to the Macclesfield Canal, and I'm about to go under Bridge 15. Got to be very, very careful at this point because there's a wild animal in a drum at the side here. Yeah, he's very quiet, very placid, but I think he's got his eye on me, so no speeding. So we're going on to Bridge 15, going to go down to Bridge 20 and back again. This is the next section of the Macclesfield Canal that I want to paddle. Wanted to do this yesterday, but it was, although it wasn't raining, it was very, very windy, and so it wouldn't have been any good at all for filming. We'd have just got loads and loads of wind noise, which is a bit distracting when you're viewing. So this is not far from the village stroke mini town of Poynton. We came through Poynton on the way here. There's a huge space here on the port side where you could turn. Goes into a little cul-de-sac there. I think this post in the middle maybe denotes where the waterway is. I've got Steve on the towpath. Not sure where he's gone, seems to have disappeared. I'm sure he's there somewhere. This is like a family gathering here of all these geese. There's a whole load of young ones right at the top of the queue, and it's like the whole family have turned out. And there we have Steve on the bank. Got a little Dawn-craft dandy coming up on the starboard side. These little boats go back to the 60s, 70s. They were kitted out for a family of 4. Mum and Dad would take the berth at the front, and the kids would take a berth either side of the boat, which went under the deck. They do have the advantage over the swamp duck that even though they're about the same length, they're a lot higher. So you can actually stand up in the cuddy. You see the hills in front of me. This is the part of the range of hills that we came over to get here. We went over the past the Cat and Fiddle, down towards Macclesfield, and then we sort of followed the bottom end of this range of hills up to bridge 15. We're just coming up to the footbridge, which is bridge 19. Okay, so here comes a narrowboat under bridge 17. yeah. That gives me a break. Okay, so there's a little bit of a marina, I think, on the port side here. Very nice Dutch barge. So there's a winding hole here, and you've got pump out facilities as well from the Lynn View Marina. And they sell the gas and all that kind of stuff, coal. So it's a good place to call in. And we're coming up to bridge 18. So we're just coming up to bridge 19. I am going against the wind at the moment. There's quite a ripple on the canal, so hopefully on the way back it should be easier. And as if by magic, we arrive at our destination of Bridge 20. Ta-da! So I hope you've enjoyed this video, which started at the River Canal Rescue Open Day and then has concluded with paddling to Bridge 20 on the Macclesfield Canal. I'd like to thank you for your continual support. We have had lots and lots of new subscribers in the last little while, which is very, very encouraging. So thank you very much to all of you who support the channel and watch the videos. That's absolutely brilliant. So from the Macclesfield Canal, as always, do take care.